everybody, once again, welcome to another sparring video here at Fight Club Jiu-Jitsu. Today we have a gi session. We have Dwayne, a purple belt, going for a little Diashi Harai foot sweep there. And myself in the white gi. Sitting down, pulling guard there, and you can see Dwayne's weight right back on his hips. So switching off to a little collar push, ankle pick, as we can see here again, and then having a bit of a laugh at how easy that was. So Dwayne very aware that his weight was a little bit too far back on his heels there. It's one thing you have to be careful when someone pulls guard. If they manage to get a collar grip and they're trying to break your posture, it's quite common that they're going to try and sit up onto something like an ankle pick or a single leg. So just being aware of that. And again, we see Dwayne here going for a little back step pass from De La Hiva, but me switching off to a bit of a crab ride, and then we just sort of started the roll, so we didn't really chase up on it, either of us. And back into this same position again, trying to dominate grips here. Dwayne's trying to get that inside leg placement so he can work on his knee slice passing. And you can see me just trying to keep him at distance here, foot on the hips, holding that inside leg, using the collar to break his posture down. And Dwayne started sprawling a little bit there, but then I just pulled him into closed guard. And he's posting on the arms. This is a really good technique if you want to, well, first of all, if you want to sort of buy some time or sort of stall, but a really good technique if you want to stand to pass guard as well, because you can effectively block the person on bottom from using their arms so you can get to your feet. And still just sitting here in this closed guard, both of us being patient, foot on the hip, trying to work a little bit of an angle for the arm there, attacking his left arm. Dwayne knowing that, keeping his head down low, but actually overcompensating there. So I turned that into a little backward roll and came up into the mount position. I've got the cross collar grip here. Dwayne looking to bridge and roll to his left, but you can see my right foot posted out and my weight to my left. He starts to hip escape to pull half guard. So I pulled the arm up off my thigh and placed my knee high under the armpit, keeping him flat on his back. Again, cross collar grip here and sort of working for a cross collar choke. He bridges. I kind of felt like I had it, so I let him bridge me off there, rolled over, but he's doing a good job blocking the elbows, burying the chin, making it hard to really get that choke without wanting to kind of grind on their jaw. So he ends up defending there. And again, posting on the arm, just trying to disable my left arm on the bottom. I'd like to see him address that collar grip a little bit more so that he can work on his posture. And probably just from watching this back, I'd probably like to see him a little bit more active with his arms and hands in general from on top there. Trying to control my armpits now with a gi, which is a better option. Again, we're starting to work on that deep cross collar grip. So breaking down my opponent's posture, keeping him nice and close. Trying to get that arm across my center line so that I can start to work on dragging to his back. Maybe working for that arm off my back, or even getting underneath that leg that he's standing on his left-hand side to try and do something like a flower sweep or maybe a pendulum sweep there. And again, posting on the arms, coming to stand up. Feet were a little bit close there, so we're just having a bit of a laugh at the potential for that sweep there. And Dwayne's starting to sit back for that chair sit so he can drive the knee up through the middle of the guard, which he does successfully, but got a little bit lazy there, sat back on his butt, just a little bit too relaxed. However, capitalized really nicely, finished off on a straight footlock on the buzzer there. And we're back into it now in our second round. Dwayne getting the collar grip and pulling guard this time. He's got the ankle control feet on hips, but you can see I was trying hard not to get lazy myself there and sit back down, but I was probably too lazy in letting him sit up. Dwayne shot for a low single there. Sprawled, he pulls half guard, but he's managed to leave his arm across his center line, which has allowed me to expose his back potentially here. So again, just remembering you never want to let your elbow get past across your center line, because that's when you'll give yourself the back exposure that your partner wants. So I'm just trying to keep tight here, chest to back, so that he can't get his left arm back in between us, but he manages to move nicely, frees that arm and gets back into a knee shield position. So good recovery from him there. You can see he's using this cross collar grip just to help frame on the throat so that I can't drive my pressure in quite so well. And now starting to put that little knee slice through. He's using his top leg as that knee shield. And now we've got this little hand fight going on here. I'm trying to pin his arm to the floor. He's trying to get that inside wrist position so he can stop my cross face from coming in. You can see both of us just being quite patient here. No one's really pushing too hard. We're just having a sort of a friendly, semi-light spar. And then really nice little pass there, you can see. So we had the bullfighter, we're working that Toreando one way. As our opponent sits and hip escapes, we quickly throw the legs by in the other direction, exposing the pass. This is a really, really nice technique that I use quite a bit. I first saw Keenan Cornelius pull this off, and he obviously is a great passer as well as guard player. And I've worked it quite a lot since then, and it works really effectively. But Dwayne managing to move his hips, trying to come up to a seated guard position. He's sort of just fishing for the lapel here. My grips make it look like I was thinking to do a rolling back take from on top, but maybe with his foot on my hip there, I may not have been too comfortable. He's almost in a reverse De La Riva here now. And there's a little windshield wipe. I tried to step over to mount, got greedy, lost any credibility there as I fell onto my butt, but managed to recover and get back up to our feet. So no points for the sweep there. Again, we're in our hand fight position here now, working against the wall. Rather than separating and coming back to the center of the mat, we decide to keep going even with all the obstacles. A little snap down here. Dwayne was quite fatigued at this point in time, which is why that snap down happened quite easily. So snapped him down, he went into a side turtle type position, little fetal position, and we've managed to flatten him out onto his back. Kind of working this north-south position here. I quite like north-south against strong opponents, because you remove a lot of their hip strength. So it looks like we're working a little bread cutter choke there, but Dwayne recognizing that, bringing his left hand in to defend, so I switch my hand underneath his head, and I'm looking here to lift him up and expose the back, but he's doing a good job at keeping heavy there, staying flat to the mat. Again, trying to lift him up this time, a bit more successful, but I've only got my top hook in there. So you can see I'm trying to bring Dwayne back to my left so that I can try and create an angle to get my right hook in. And then there, no points here. So he was blocking quite well, had his right leg up nice and high, but putting my foot onto his thigh, kind of stomping his leg out the way so I could get a hook, but because of the angle on the body, I was unable to keep both hooks in. So you can see we're kind of in this side back position where we're not quite on his back, we're not quite in mount, we're sort of sitting to the side of him, but still with the legs around just waiting basically to see what's going to happen here. And now we've lost the bottom hook, so I want to try and come up onto my left knee, nice and high behind his back. There we go. So now I can chair sit, roll back to the side where I have the hook, throw my hook in, and there's my points finally on the back as the round comes to an end. So good round there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Drop us a comment in the bottom. Let us know what you think.